guys, how are you guys doing today? You know that in our life we face many different obstacles and challenges. Sometimes we can solve the problem with flying colors and sometimes we don't. What happens if we cannot solve the problem or the way we solve does not meet the expectation? Well, we will feel stressed. So, that is our topic for this video. We will discuss about stress, type of stress, and also the aspect that maybe the cause of stress happens. So first of all, what is stress? Stress is a feeling of emotional or physical tension. It can come from any event or thought that makes you feel frustrated, angry, or nervous. When we think about stress, there is a lot of negative thought regarding this matter. And also no, stress is not only negative, it also can be positive. Positive can boost our performance better than usual. For example, as for students, we can perform better on our assignment as the deadline of the assignment is getting closer. But it is not very good as we need to deal with our anxiety. And also, when stress lasts for a long time, it may harm our health. So there is 4 types of stress that we can learn according to the Yerkes-Dodson law, which is hypostress, eustress, hyperstress, and distress. So let's start with hypostress. Hypostress is classified as low level of stress and performance. It is also one of those types of stress experienced by a person who is constantly bored. Someone who always do a challenging or boring job over and over again often experiences hypostress, and the effect of it is feeling of restlessness and lack of inspiration. If you have this kind of stress, go get some new challenges for yourself. Next is eustress. Among all 4 types of stress, this type of stress can benefit you. This stress can boost your motivation, performance, and emotional well-being. Example of this stress can be various. If you get promoted and have bigger responsibilities, this can cause eustress as you need to do more challenging job, working more hours than usual and such like. If you experience stress because of your new job, don't worry, it benefits you. Now, for the third type of stress is hyperstress. This stress in Yerkes-Dodson curves of stress can be classified as medium to high level of stress. Cause of this stress is mostly come from being overloaded or overworked. If someone has many jobs that need to be done in a short period of time and that if little things that can make them really angry, you know that the person is going to experience hyperstress. If you recognize any of your friends experiencing this type of stress, do help them. Last but not least is distress. This is the highest level of stress. The only person that can verify if a person is distressed is a psychiatrist or a person who is expert in human psychology. The person who is having this stress have extreme anxiety, sorrow, and unhappiness. This stress is really dangerous as the person who is experiencing this can have suicidal thought. If you or someone dear to you experiencing this kind of stress, go and get some help and proper treatment. Now, on to the cause of stress in terms of job security. Job security stems from the subjectivity of a threat perceived by an employee. This perception of a threat or additional demands has the potential to become a source of stress towards the employee. It is built on the employee's cognitive assessment of the threat or demands being placed on them and how they perceive their skill, resources, and capability to cope with those demands. And consequently, stress occurs when perceived capability of the employee cannot cope with the perceived demands placed on them. It is recognized that stress can have detrimental effects on both the individual and the organization as it can manifest sociologically, psychologically, behaviorally, and socially. Losing one's job has serious economic consequences on the person. And consequently, employees who face the prospect of job loss may also experience much ambiguity and uncertainty about losing these economic privileges and stability. Now, I'll share one positive way to cope with stress regarding the job security experienced by employees. First is social support. Well, social support has long been known to be an important buffer in a stress-health relationship. By becoming an additional resource to help a person cope with stress, it can mitigate the negative impact that stress, example from job insecurity, can have. While social support can come from different resources, including the workplace, from colleagues or supervisor, or from one's personal life, from friends and family. Both forms have been found to demonstrate the buffering effect against the detrimental impact of job insecurity. So, in conclusion, organizations that are undergoing restructuring or are facing financial difficulties are environments where employees are more likely to feel that their jobs are vulnerable to being cut. We can take an example during COVID, as there are many companies that is on the brink of bankruptcy and they had to remove their workers. So these workers might have a serious detrimental impact on their physical and mental health. However, as job insecurity consists of subjective perception, it remains difficult to reduce feelings of insecurity among employees. Despite this, there is evidence that organizations that communicates well and encourage participative decision-making amongst their employees may improve levels of control and predictability on their staff, which may in turn reduce perception of job insecurity. Similarly, employees who are supported and believe they are employable are less vulnerable to the negative effect of job insecurity. And that is all from our group. Thank you for listening. Take care and stay safe.